Hey guys, whoa, it's cold outside today in beautiful Lloydminster. It's minus 39. Got the toque on. I'm not taking it off for my video today because you don't want to see the ugly hair that is barely hair at all anyway, but it gets really ugly when I take it off. So guys, I promised you that day number 4 we'd be looking at the Triumph Tiger 800 XC. Done with the KLR and decided I wanted to go into a little bit of a quicker road bike, something to keep up with my buddies who are graduating to the sport bikes. And yeah, so here we go. Triumph Tiger 800 XC. Just joining us and you haven't seen the rest of the videos, welcome. Hope you enjoy what I have to say about this bike. I'm gonna put out some of the good points, bad points, but basically it's a story about me getting my motorbikes. You can look back at the other few videos and see where we've come from and see where we're going to, guys. If you want to and you're new, please feel free to subscribe, but I'm gonna get beyond that. Let's get into this. So I've got the KLR 650. Great bike, do anything, very low priced. I would recommend it, you know, except for the kickstand and maybe a fairing because I don't like those windshields there, guys. That stuff, that buffeting and stuff just drives me nuts. But that's the only problems I had with it. Other than that, great bike, but decided to trade it in. I had quite a bit of money invested into the KLR with the seat and the piston kit and all the other stuff that I put into it. Probably into it for still only 10 grand. And that's buying brand new. So I traded it in actually. I know you're not supposed to do that. I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of comments saying, oh man, you trade it in, you lose money, you do way better selling it privately. But what had happened was it ended up that one of these Triumphs was in the showroom, and at the time, back in 2011, that's the first year they were released, and that was kind of, they only had a couple 2011s, the 2012s were released right along with the 2011s, just like a month or two after. But anyway, at this time, you could not get a Triumph Tiger 800 XC. I didn't even have a chance to test drive the bike. I went into it cold turkey, guys. Like I had been able to test drive the, what do you call it, that F800 GS. It's a great bike, guys. It's a great bike. I'm not here to debate about the F800 GS or whether or not it's better than the Tiger. Here's my personal opinion before I get started. It's a little bit better off-road than the Tiger 800, but the Tiger 800 is better on-road. And both of them are marginal victories for each bike. There. Comparison video done. Anyway, guys, so I went in and I was able to find a Tiger 800 on the showroom floor, and a guy had to make a decision fast. So I decided to trade in my bike. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. I knew it needed new sprockets. I knew it needed new brakes. It needed a new chain. You know, with all those repairs, I usually don't do that stuff myself as much as I would love to say I'm a real handy guy with the tools and stuff. I'm not. So anyway, traded it in and got myself a brand new Tiger 800 XC without even ever driven it. Considerably more money than a KLR. For me to have heated hand grips and the engine belly pan protector and the engine guard protector, and you know, I got the low seat again because I'm so short. That bike ended up where, oh yeah, and I got the luggage. I got a luggage, guys. That's a $1,500 option, but just by itself. I think it was advertised at about 13.5, but you always pay on these premium bikes. There's never a discount on them, like the Triumph, BMW, Ducati, Harley Davidson. You always pay a freight and prep charge. So it's never what it says in the magazine reviews. You're gonna pay more. You're not gonna get a discount like you do on the Japanese bike. That bike, I think by the time taxes were rolled in, it was 15 grand. By the time I put a few options on it, like those cases and top case and all the engine guards and everything else, and installed them myself, I think we're up close to 18 or so, maybe $19,000. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, took it out, and right away I noticed what a beautiful motor the Triumph Triple is, guys. It doesn't matter. I haven't actually driven a street triple. I'd love to get one someday, but I know from driving this bike that you can't go wrong with that engine. It is a beauty. It just took off right away. You could drive around from 0 to 100 in first gear if you wanted to, but in third gear you could drive around, go through all the corners, basically leave it in third gear and drive wherever you wanted to go. What a remarkable motor. And compared to the KLR, what a bunch of extra power it had. It was a great bike. The one thing I will say about it, off-road, it was a little bit of a tank. It's heavier than the KLR already. It's got a longer wheelbase. You know, I haven't actually checked the specs on that, but I'll post them up in here somewhere along here or something, and you can see the comparison. All I know is the KLR, I used to be able to take that bike and I get to a dead end somewhere on a trail and I just dump the clutch and floor it, and I'd whip around and that sucker would just spin right around, do donuts, whatever I wanted to do. Not so much. First time I tried doing that on my Tiger 800XC, I came to kind of a big water crossing that I didn't want to get into because I was riding solo and I didn't want the hassle of dropping my bike in the middle of it. I wasn't really dressed for it. So I went to do that and I put it up. Of course, the thing revs right out to 10,000 RPM, and I just revved it right out, went to dump the clutch while the thing just bit into the ground and that thing took off. It doesn't have the same low end grunt. You got to get it up a little bit and then it gets terrifying because there's, like I say, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, or 0 to 60 miles an hour in first gear. And it just shot me straight towards a puddle. I got one wheel just totally lodged into this mucky marsh and proceeded for about a half an hour to pull the bike out. Other than that, it was great. It could go fast. I think the suspension was slightly better than the KLR. It sure did track a lot better for ripping into a corner a little bit faster. But when you got on mud or sand, it wasn't near as good. Maybe that was some of the weight, but it was just, whoa! Like, you were all over the place. A couple times with luggage on, I just went down to restaurants and stuff that were not paved and stuff when we were on trips, and the thing was just snaky. Took that bike through California up to the Redwood Forest, through Oregon. We had a great time. It was a total road adventure. I've also taken that bike last year. We went up to the Magruder Trail, which was closed down, and decided to go to Lolo Pass and broke my luggage. I'm gonna tell you one thing, guys. On one hand, the luggage is a little bit light for heavy duty off-road riding. You will break things when the bike tips over, like a lot of things, and it's 500 bucks per side to get it replaced. Now, wasn't a big deal though. They've got these little clips on the side of the bike, and I was able to strap it with just a simple tri-strap, and it was able to hold the rest of the trip. I didn't have to worry about you know, too much modifications to get back home or anything, and I'm still using it like that. I've used it on a couple other trips since, and just zip, done. It's just the same as locking and unlocking. Doesn't take me any extra time. I just need one little strap and I'm good to go. But it will cost me 500 bucks when I go to sell it. I'll probably have to repair all that stuff, and I will be selling it this year because I'm ready to get into a different type of bike again, guys. I'm gonna go back down to a probably a DR 650. I might try a Suzuki this time. You know, I've had a couple Kawasaki's in the stable. Oh wait, you don't even know about my Kawasaki yet. That's gonna bring us to our next video. The 2008 Z1000 that I bought. Okay, I still have the Triumph at the time that I buy this Z1000, and I also still have my 2004 Honda at the time. But next video, for part 5, we're gonna get into what I think about my beautiful little Z1000, which I'm gonna give you a foreshadowing is one of the most underrated bikes in the world. Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. Keep safe. Bye-bye.